Internet, my name is Ace, and today I'm going to be showing you how I prepare a sketch for painting. So it's coming up to Christmas, obviously, you know that, and I wanted to do like a Christmas card, get a few printed up so we can send it to like friends, family, or school friends and everything like that of my daughter. Here she is grinning on the left hand side of the screen, and I basically start by mapping out where the most important features are gonna fall. So I've got that triangle there, which is the outside points of the eyes with the tip, well, the bottom of the nose. That triangle's super important for getting a likeness that I've found, and then I'm just basically going over the top and tightening things. Now, some people do super pretty sketches prior to painting, and I quite often do as well. I kind of tighten them a lot more than this, but that's especially if I'm working for a client or something like that, because they want to see how things are going to feel and how things are going to look. But for me, I know what my daughter looks like. I've seen her once or twice before, so I've kind of got that. I know how my process is and how this will develop more. The likeness will go on as I paint and everything. I know that in my head, so I don't need to tighten things up. In fact, don't think pretty, think placement. That's like a good way of putting it. It's just, this is a map to find out where the placement is for the eyes, for the nose, everything like that. Now, I've done like very rough kind of blocks of where shadows fall and things like that. I'll do that in a minute. But for the whole, it's just that. It's just placement. It's just a map. So even though the drawing is well, the actual reference image is tilted, a hair head is tilted to hair left, our right. For some reason, whenever I draw portraits, if I draw them at an angle, I just can't seem to get the placement right. So in my head, I flip it round and make it so it's straight on like this. I don't know why I have a problem with it when it's. I only have a problem with it when it's front on as well. If it was a 3/4 view, I'd be fine. For some reason, I don't know, it just throws me a little bit, and I find it difficult getting the placement. So I basically just in Photoshop just span the image a little bit when I'd finished it. So yeah, so it's here. As you can see, it's coming along quite nicely now. There's enough information there for me to know that this looks like my daughter and is going to work. For the body, I made her head super huge. You're going to see it in a minute, and made the body a little bit smaller. She's dressed as an elf because obviously Christmas, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do in the background yet. I think I may just put her in the snow. I was going to draw some presents, and I actually drew a few presents stacked up, the real nice kind of forced perspective and things like that, but it felt a little bit busy because it's going to be a small card. It's going to print at A5 size, I think. So, or maybe A6, I can't remember. A6, I think. So it's going to be very small, and having the composition very simple is just going to be able to read a lot easier. So I've not really drawn a great deal of children. When I used to do live caricatures, I would obviously draw quite a few children then. But when it comes down to realistic portraits, I've maybe never actually even drawn one before. So it was kind of a bit of a challenge, especially with the teeth, because children got these weird little teeth, and it's just very different from how an adult mouth and skull and everything is structured. So one thing that I did consciously do, which I do need to modify the shape a little bit because it's not absolutely perfect, but I'll do that whilst I'm painting, is I changed the shape of the nose, because when she's got a very thin nose in reality, but when she pulls this big goofy smile, her nostrils flare like a lot, and it looks less like her. And hair in reality looks less like hair when she's doing that than if the nose is smaller, just because her nose is smaller. And it's weird, I know. So what I've done is I consciously made that nose a little bit thinner just to really capture her likeness a little bit more. And I like I said, I didn't nail the actual nostrils, so I will change them a little bit. But I'll do that as I'm painting. Like I say, this is just This is just for my own benefit, really. So as you can see, it's a very scruffy, like gross looking picture. It's like it's just not very nice to look at. The renderings is harsh pencil work, and the rendering's not very nice. I'm just scribbling things like that for the hair, just real quick scribbles and stuff like that. But that's, like I say, it's all intentional. All I'm looking for at the moment is likeness, and that's it really. It's just trying to nail the likeness. So like I said, for the body, which is coming up in a second, the head was super large and the body a little bit smaller, just because it adds to the character. Not really caricature, but it's just kind of making the image a little bit more dynamic and a bit more fun to look at and everything like that. So there's that, and like I said, there's going to be snow in the background, little happy Christmas, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so here it is. So it's a little elf's costume I've drawn her in. The head's super large to really get that like foreshortening and make it seem really big. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say on it. If there's anything about this process that you want me to go over, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll get back to you. And if you enjoyed this video, click the thumbs up, click the like, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, all that other stuff. And until next time, have an awesome week, and I'll see you later. Bye bye. If you want to support me and in turn grab some awesome goodies for yourself, such as early and extra videos and Google Hangouts with me from as little as $1 a month, head on over to patreon.com/aceconnell. I'll see you there.